My name is Sam Bone, and in this video we're going to go over the types of bonds in a criminal case. First, let's go over what a bond actually is. A bond is used as a form of guarantee or promise that you will show up to court. The money serves as a guarantee that if you don't show up to court, that they get to keep your money. Just like you might put up a bond with a contractor might put up a bond to guarantee we'll complete a project. Same type thing. So you put up the bond to guarantee you come to court. Three types of bonds in Etowah County: cash bond, surety bond, and community corrections bond. And we'll go over each of those. Cash bond is, let's say it's $100,000 cash. You've got to literally give the clerk's office $100,000. Once you show up to court, if you're found guilty, you get your money back, but the money you've put up will go towards fines and court costs. Whereas a surety bond or a property bond, you can hire a bondsman, and that bondsman will guarantee that if you don't show up, they'll pay that $100,000, and instead you only pay the $10,000 to the bondsman. So what types of cases have cash bond? Generally, cash bond cases are your serious cases. Trafficking, murder, sex cases, drug cases involving weapons. The biggest disadvantage of a cash bond is you have to come up with all the money up front. So what is a community corrections bond? A community corrections bond is generally our preferred method of bond if we can. Community corrections bond, you pay $250 up front, which is significantly lower generally than a surety bond, but you got to pay $75 per month to be monitored. So you're basically going to go on probation. You're monitored by a probation-like entity, which is community corrections, pending your trial. Benefits, cheaper to get out. It's going to cost you money each month. It's burdensome to have to check in all the time. But if you've been on community corrections for a long period of time, you can use that in negotiating your case. Let's say you've been on community corrections 2.5 years and you've reported the way you need to. You can use that to show to the DA, hey, look, she's been on community corrections for 2.5 years, reported as needed, to show, hey, look, if she's given probation or community corrections instead of prison, she can comply and can get done what she needs to get done. So what do you need to do to change a cash bond to a surety bond? First, what I would do is I'll file an entry in the case. I'll file a bond motion. I'll ask to move it to a surety or to community corrections, and I'm going to get in touch with the district attorney to see, hey, before the hearing, can we negotiate lower in the bond? They agree, boom, we can put in a proposed order or an agreement. If they don't, then we'll have an opportunity to have a hearing in front of the district judge. Again, we've gone over what a surety bond is. If you can't come up with the full amount, the $100,000 for instance, you just pay 10% to your bondsman and the bondsman gets you out. What does a judge take into account in determining what type of bond? Rule 7.3 is what determines that, and here is all the law: your age, background, family ties, reputation, character, and health, prior criminal record, responsible family members, whether there's violence, the nature of the charge, whether a weapon was used, threats against the victims, the amount of property taken, whether the property was recovered, where you live, whether you're a drug user or drug seller, your employment status, and there's a catch-all phrase. So if you've got questions, let me know.